red sweater and the black hot tops, spinning bladders on the old jukebox.
He's the world's most popular personality. Mickey Mouse, football star, musician, and big dreamer. And you could say Mickey was born on a train in 1928. His creator was a 26-year-old cartoonist. Walt Disney was traveling to Los Angeles from New York with his wife Lillian. At the time, Walt owned a cartoon studio in Hollywood. He had traveled east seeking financial backing for his Oswald the Lucky Rabbit pictures. The money men declined, and Disney now had nothing to take home with him. But the cross-country train ride would turn out to be an historical one. Walt conjured up a concept for a mouse. He said he had the idea in the back of his head because a mouse is a sort of sympathetic character. Now, before the train chugged into L.A., Disney had sketched several drawings of a little mouse in red velvet pants. He called him Mortimer. But Lillian didn't care for that name and suggested Mickey.
Well, Walt always used to say Mickey was just a nice little guy. He was like you and me. He was every man in a way.
After returning home, Walt went to work on the very first Mickey Mouse cartoons, Plain Crazy and Galloping Gaucho. The animator he put to work on these early shorts was Ub Iwerks, who also helped Walt with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and other animated films and comic strips. But since The Jazz Singer, the world's first talking picture, was recently released, and both Plain Crazy and Galloping Gaucho were silent, the cartoons were not selling. It was then Disney decided that his cartoons needed sound, and in the summer of 1928, production began on the third Mickey Mouse film, the first with sound, called Steamboat Willie. It was an immediate success, and on November 18, 1928, the debut of Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse began an incredible career. Mickey Mouse merchandising began almost immediately. Dozens of companies were licensed to use Mickey on their products, and on January 13, 1930, Mickey Mouse comic strips began to appear in newspapers. And in 1933, those famous watches hit the store, and soon after, Mickey was appearing on virtually everything under the sun. But the focal point was still the theater, and Disney stepped up production on Mickey cartoons, producing 87 of them in the 1930s. All of the Disney films were way ahead of their time. From the beginning, Mickey had only one leading lady, Minnie Mouse. And even though she shared in Mickey's triumphs, the relationship was not always an easy one. Mickey's first color film was the Band Concert, produced in 1935. Here, Mickey played a band leader struggling to conduct the William Tell Overture while caught in a fierce tornado. From the beginning until 1946, Walt Disney himself played the voice of Mickey Mouse. Walt said he started doing the voice out of necessity to save money, but it soon became a pleasure.
Go on. They were coming closer. The fight was on. I swung and missed. I missed and swung. I swung again and again and again.
In 1932, Walt Disney was presented with an honorary Academy Award for the creation of Mickey. But Mickey didn't make his first feature film appearance until 1940 as the star of The Sorcerer's Apprentice in Fantasia. In 1955, Mickey found a new way to entertain. He took to the smaller screen, television, with one of the most popular children's programs of all time.
Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Musketeers, roll call. Count off now.
That step into television launched a whole new era for the Disney studio in the San Fernando Valley. TV is where the public first found out about Walt Disney's plan to transform 200 acres of orange groves into a world-renowned theme park.
Welcome. I guess you all know this little fella here. It's an old partnership. Mickey and I started out the first time many, many years ago. We've had a lot of our dreams come true. Now we want you to share with us our latest and greatest dream, Disneyland.
This incredible magic kingdom has brought happiness to hundreds of millions of people, and Mickey has been there from day one. When it opened in 1971, Mickey was the host for Disney World in Florida. Since then, he has continued his role as ambassador to the world at Disney's theme parks around the globe.
Well, Mickey Mouse is Disney. I mean, he began it. He is the threshold character of our company, and his innocence and vitality kind of defines our company.
Mickey Mouse, recognized around the world as an international star.
During the last few years, we've ventured into a lot of different fields, and we've had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of wonderful people. I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
Mickey makes his home at Disney, reaching out to the world straight from the heart of the San Fernando Valley. An accomplished actor, comedian, and all-around entertainer, Mickey Mouse brings joy to young and old alike, a beloved star of our valley.